Today we are answering the top 10 questions that we get asked all of the time. It's going to be quick, it's going to be fast. Warner, are you ready?
I was born ready.
Great, let's cut straight through it. What is an NIE number and why do I need it?
So the NIE number is a personal unique ID number issued to all foreigners in Spain, and you need it for opening a bank account and, very importantly, buying a property.
So anything officially.
Absolutely.
Question number 2. Can foreigners buy property in Spain?
Absolutely, yes, but rules differ, so get a good agent to guide you in the process.
So the rules for non-nationals are a little bit different to, say, a Spanish person buying
From
a property.
residents, yeah.
Question number 3. Should I use a lawyer?
Absolutely use a lawyer, 1,000,000%. This is one of the biggest investments that you'll make, and a lawyer protects your money, your contract, and also your sanity.
Yeah, absolutely. We always advise to use a lawyer, particularly if this is your first time purchasing a property in Spain. And also, it's just for your own peace of mind because it's a high ticket transaction. So it's important that you have the right support around you as you're going through the process, right?
Absolutely.
Question number 4. Can I get a mortgage as a foreigner?
Yep, you can get a mortgage as a foreigner between 50, maximum 70% in Spain.
Yeah, often people are surprised about that actually when they realise once they meet the criteria, the amount that they could actually borrow to support them to purchase their property, right?
And the good news is Spain, all the banks are open and lending.
Yeah, what's great. Actually, on our website, www.wlcostaproperties.net, under the resources section, if you actually download our budget calculator, it actually helps you to understand the different costs that may apply if you are actually utilising a mortgage as part of your property purchase. So it's a completely free resource, so go download it. It'll be delivered straight to your inbox. Question number 5. Can I really do this without speaking Spanish?
This is a good one. Yes, absolutely. We have helped a lot of clients buy a property in Spain without learning Spanish.
Yeah, absolutely. So the majority of our customers don't actually speak Spanish because they're not living here when they're buying their property. However, what I would say, if your long-term plan is to integrate into life in Spain, and Spain is part of your long-term intention in terms of where you want to live, then you should take the time to try and learn the language and immerse yourself into the culture, right?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Question number 6. Should I rent or should I buy first? Ooh, controversial
one. Should I
one.
go or should I stay? Look, if you've done the homework and you've picked your area and you're ready to go all in, then buy. But if you're still figuring that out, then there's no harm in renting somewhere to see where you want to be.
Yeah, I think if you're ready, as you say, you've done your homework, you've done your due diligence, you're really clear on your area, then absolutely don't wait. But if you're not sure or you're a bit insecure, yeah, absolutely rent before you buy, because if you get your location wrong, it's a very expensive mistake. So if you're insecure about your location and the type of lifestyle that you want when you move, then I think absolutely rent. And then come back to buying when you feel ready and able. But if you are ready, jump in. What are you waiting for? Question number 7. Can I rent out my property when I'm not using it?
The answer is yes, but they have brought in rules. So in certain areas has certain criterias. But if you have the tourist license, you can rent your property out.
So it's important that if that is your intention, that you ensure that the property that you are buying, that the community of owners allows and permits short-term rentals and that the property can obtain a tourist license. I think this is really important. This is pretty new legislation this year in 2025. And this is where it's important that when you're picking your agent, that you're picking an agent that understands the local area, because if that's your intention, that you want to rent out the property for short-term lets when you're not using it, but then use it yourself, you will be restricted in the developments because some community of owners and developments have locked this down. So a good local agent is going to be able to navigate you through that chaos and save you a lot of time, a lot of disappointment, and just a lot of energy.
Yeah, absolutely. And from that law in 2025, we're actually getting a more clearer picture of where people can buy for investment.
Absolutely. But local expertise is key on that. We actually had a client in July who had come to us on the back of a bad experience whereby she was working with another real estate agency, but they weren't actually local to Benalmádena, but she had decided that Benalmádena was actually her location. And unfortunately, no fault to the agent, they just didn't have that local insight to be able to say, okay, if that's your plan, Linda, you need to, anchor your search into these areas. She was feeling a bit deflated by the time that she met you. So I think that picking an agent who knows the market for that is going to be important. Question number 8. How long does the buying process actually take, Warner?
Well, look, in Spain, if you have all the boxes ticked and you're a cash buyer, I've seen deals happening in literally 2 or 3 weeks. But normally it's around 6 to 10 weeks.
Yeah, I think that 2 weeks now, to be fair,
It's great when it happens.
Yeah, but usually they're a cash buyer. There's, no surprises. All the
Yeah.
due diligence of the property has been done. They're raring and ready to go. Yeah, it's lovely when it happens, but I think let's try to underpromise and overdeliver.
Yeah.
We're always looking at a timeline of between 6 to 10
6 to
weeks,
10
all
weeks.
going well, and nothing
Exactly.
kind of sinister cropping up in the due diligence stage of the
No.
property completion. So really good. Actually, as well, another point that I want to mention here, we cover this in detail in our buyer's guide, which is another free resource that's available for you to download on our website. So if you pop over to the website www.wlcostaproperties.net, you go to the resource section, select buyer's guide, type in your email address. It's delivered straight to your inbox. It's got 13 pages packed with value, which is really your Bible, talking you through all things about the buying process in Spain. And it covers buying timelines and what you need to prepare for in a lot of detail. So if you don't already have your copy, grab it now. It's completely free. Question number 9. What are the additional costs that I need to budget for?
Okay, so if you were buying a property without a mortgage, you're looking around 10%. If you're buying with a mortgage, you're looking between around about 13% of the property value, depending on the criteria and the mortgage terms of the bank.
Okay, so I think what we're saying there then is when you find a property that's €300,000, you need to add on between 10 to 13% on top of that when you're doing your numbers.
That's it.
Fantastic. And question number 10. You ready?
Yes.
Do you have any regrets about your move to Spain?
Spain is just absolutely an amazing place to live. With the family, everything. I have no regrets. It was the best decision we ever made.
So no hesitation there in your voice?
No hesitation, just emotion that I live in this beautiful country.
So no regrets. So there you have it. Warner has absolutely no regrets about his big move to the Costa del Sol. And that's our 10 questions covered. We've gone into detail there on the most frequently asked questions that we get asked from our clients on a daily basis. If you've liked this video, then please subscribe.